Tuco. It changed some stuff about the game. Let's talk about it. What has changed? We got 2 new characters, right? And there's been a couple of balance patches, including a bug fix patch that just happened. So I'm gonna make a tier called Enabler, and this is the Blitzcrank tier. The way this character works is he makes your other character 2 tiers better just by giving them a restand. He is the enabler, yeah, the plug. He's the guy that hooks you up. Now let's talk about powerful tier and the other tier, right? So let's move everybody down. I think there is like pretty clearly the 4 horsemen. You guys know who these characters are. First, come on. We all know. Insanely good. He is the harbinger of death. On, I think, 3 out of like the 4 best teams in the game for like a reason. He takes advantage of all of the strong points of double down that we talked about with Jinx from before, but he's better at it. His other super is better also because it's like such a wild combo utility tool. His slingshot is insane. Mushrooms are really good. Darts are really good. Just everything about the character is really, really solid. Even without super tag, I think he is this good. He is Thanos, bro. People just don't know much about how the kit works because most people who play this character are playing double down and they're not really playing the character at all. They're like just doing super tag over and over and over, and they like don't really know how to play Teemo that well. When I say his super allows them to hard tag, what I mean by that is when this super hits, you can actually tag into your other character and still combo off of it. Let's say I'm doing some combo in the corner, I'm doing mushroom stuff, I do this, I summon the mushroom super, I tag over to Echo. I can even do this and then combo off of this as well if I want with Teemo. So that is really strong because I keep my assists. But also, I can hard tag over and I keep the ability to do my tag launcher. Because normally tag launchers in combos, you can only do it once. But now I can go back and forth between my 2 characters and I can spend Teemo's supers twice because of that. You see that? Now about brush, like let's say I have brush down. I don't know if most people know, but this move does have invincibility. And you can use that to escape offense, and it's early. I'm pretty sure it's frame 2. So basically my goal in neutral is to get the brush up and start throwing mushrooms and stuff. And then the minute my opponent makes contact with me, I block and I just teleport back to the brush, and then you can start running the other way. The other thing about Teemo and his slingshot that is so good is he can hold slingshot while tagged. And what that means is you see how slingshot's holdable like this and it goes full screen? Tag and then keep holding the slingshot so that he gets to use it for his mix-up. So like, even if he hits me, I can do that and like, it doesn't matter. The darts are insane. Jump back dart plus assist is really powerful. This super in neutral is crazy. People don't use it that much, but it is so good. You can bounce the rock off of it just like the regular mushrooms. And in general, just regular mushroom into this is like already covering a lot of space on the screen. That's very hard to deal with. His Oki is like insanely good because anytime he knocks you down, you just put the mushroom out, and if they roll forward, then you throw them onto the mushroom and you combo. If they don't roll forward, then you have the mushroom on them and then you just hit them with the pan and then start doing more offense. His solo damage is also bananas. Like he does so much damage off of like just every hit. His corner carry is also outrageous because this combo, like from anywhere on the screen, he just carries you to the corner from everywhere. And it's very consistent. And his setups and knockdowns are just insanely strong. He gets knockdowns with traps that he can throw you onto and combo and stuff. He has instant overhead solo. He's as good as you think he is and probably better. The rest of the 4 horsemen are these characters in some order. I don't know what order. These characters are all just like really powerful, really well-rounded, work on a lot of teams. I think the best team in the game is Teemo Yasuo. I think this team is insanely good. And then after that, I think it's Teemo Ahri. And then I think it's Teemo Echo. And then I think it's like Echo Yasuo or like Echo Ahri or something. Echo is really well-rounded, good at everything, really strong, good mix-ups, good neutral. The nerfs to him, I think were pretty good, but he's probably still doing too much. I think in particular, the double super routes just do like way too much damage. He should be able to enable other characters and like have good neutral and mix-ups. But I think he probably just deletes you too much for his mix-up archetype. You know what I mean? Ahri is just well-rounded, good, solid character, does everything pretty well. Her biggest problem is probably that when you don't have Teemo on your team, the best fuse in the game is 2x assist, and she's really bad at using 2x assist. She's great with freestyle, excellent with double down. Her damage is great, her neutral is incredible, her movement is really good. Her mix-ups are awesome. She's so good at spending meter. Her Oki is great. She's well-rounded, solid character, good mobility, strong. Same with this guy. You already know, if you don't play Yasuo, You don't believe the Yasuo players when they're like, yo, bro, they destroyed my boy. He's so ass now. Don't fall for their lies, okay? He's still Yasuo. Very good tier. I would say it's this character. I would say it's this character. I would say it's this character. Alawi, I think, is like pretty close to being in the same power as the 4 Horsemen. I'm gonna be honest with you. She just doesn't have a place because every team is playing Teemo. I think she's not very good into Teemo also. He like kind of just slingshots her to death. She can clear the mushrooms, but the rest of the matchup, I don't know that's that great for her. Same thing with Darius. He's not great into Teemo. It's probably fine. Like he's still very good, well-rounded, does all the good stuff that he does. You just see him less because this character is so dominant and so popular. I think Braum is way better now. When I play this character, I'm like, yeah. I think his buttons feel great now. I think also his shield is really useful against these characters with how good they are right now. He's going to struggle against like Teemo Yasuo doing super assist over on him over and over and over, etc. and stuff like the rest of the cast. I also think Vi feels pretty good in this version, and I think her anti-zoning against she's probably one of the best matchups into Teemo. You just don't see her paired with a lot of the other characters anymore because again, so many people are playing this character. He's everywhere. She fights all of the other top tiers pretty well, I think, except dealing with this character. She is so bad at chasing her in the air. Jinx is hard to rate for me personally because I think she's good into Teemo. I don't know. Everybody rates her a lot lower than I think she probably is. I personally think she might be like over here or something. Like I still think she's quite good, but she's just like not very common anymore. Like people are just playing Teemo. Blitzcrank's at the top. He's any tier. He's S through F is the problem. He's just whatever your character is. He's not real. He's anything. You know what I mean? He's the enabler. Even at his best, I can't see him being 4 Horsemen. Sure, I can put him there. I could put him in every tier. What if I just copy this image 5 times and I just put him in every tier? If I had to label him like not considering his assists, he's probably here. He's just hanging out with Braum. I don't think he's that bad. But when he has another character that he's enabling, like he's insane. He is so fucked up. John Wick, I don't think he's very good, guys. Warwick is not cracked. He's not good, I think. I'm with you. I get what you're saying. People are like, yo, Warwick though, but what about Blood? He's so crazy. Every single person who says, what about when he's in Blood? He's so crazy, by the way. If I say, can you describe why? They are like, because he's got blood, bro. Can you tell me what about being in Blood makes him scary? Which parts of his kit improve that makes him better? And they're like, yeah, he's red, bro. You invest resources into getting him into Blood mode, and then because you invested resources on your knockdowns, you don't have resources for pressure after, which means your opponent's defensive mechanics are more powerful. And I think there's a few problems with that. For one, his Rekka doesn't give him a lot of Oki to start, so if he doesn't ender with it, that's one thing. The other thing is this. Super gives him a lot of blood, but gives him no offense. Even in the corner, he does this. And then you're right here, and like, if they don't roll into you, then you're +1 from this range. You can do his other super, this one, and take the knockdown off this, but obviously you get less blood than doing a Rekka into the other super, right? The other problem he has is that he's insanely fat. He's huge. Like, he just gets hit by stuff all the time. It's really hard to evade or move around in neutral with him. He's also quite like committal despite having an insanely good stand M. But his heavies are not good, and this slide by itself is like, it's really good if you have the assist, but yeah, it's not great. The other thing is his routes are just a little weird. Like, he has the charge route like this. The combo scales like an insane amount really quickly. Like he has to just do like 2H jump H bite at the end of that. Most of his combos, you have to be very particular when you route with combos with him, because all of his combos at the end, he does this, and then he's gonna lose the corner, right? You can like side swap and then get the combo at the end so that you don't like, you know, you do this, right? So that it takes them into the corner. But like when Warwick is in non-blood mode and I do this combo, this is like a max scaled tag launcher combo, and I tag into Warwick, right? I can do stuff like this, and he gets all this guaranteed stuff, you know? Boom. For some reason, when Warwick is in Blood, his combos are just worse. So this combo from earlier, right? Where I do this, I don't have the hit stun to do that. I don't have the hit stun to do my forward S1, the headbutt, either. It also doesn't combo. You know, you do something like this and then just end the combo like that. You could also do his dive kick, I guess. but that's less damage than the other one. I get why it's like this. The reason it's like this is because they don't want you to be able to do this. And then if this worked at all hit stun scalings, you could do this and just loop this. Obviously, you don't want him to just be able to loop it and just be able to do that over and over. But like, it does feel weird. It is a little weird that at high blood, his like combos feel worse. And this move, even though it's really good, is a little unintuitive to use. It's minus 14 on block, so it's punishable if you block it. To use your big enhanced like strong move, you also need to use an assist kinda. Otherwise, like if it doesn't hit, you just die. And yeah, it doesn't cross up from like pretty far, especially if your opponent's retreating guarding. You can't do it from super far, which means you have to like call an assist and then run up and do it like that or something, you know? Yeah, that's another thing is his main mix-up is supposed to be this move, but good players are now reacting to this like very, very often. And like you can 2H it, you can parry it, you know, and like it's punishable. It's not actually 19 frames, it's like 24, 25. He has to run first because like he does the run and then he lets go, right? He's just doing the initial part of the run. But yeah, he doesn't like, I don't know, if he could like cling over you and like do something cool, like if he had a good way to like mix you up with this maybe. Yeah, like this, you mean? If you're just like retreating guarding and then or push blocking, like I don't know if this is gonna hit people, man. I don't really know what I want to do with this. It doesn't give you a combo in blood or anything. The only thing you can do with this is level 3. The best thing about blood though is the double jump. This is really good. The double jump like this is really hard to deal with. There's a few characters that are good with him. I think Warwick Yasuo is pretty good. I think Warwick Bai is pretty good. I think this team is pretty good. If you have knockdowns like this, you can use the roll with Echo. You can also do it with like Vi double assist and like instant overhead because he can fuzzy with this, right? That's one thing that I think would make him like insanely better is if you could program the Rekka. I'm shocked that you can't. Because if I could roll here and then make him Rekka, like that would be so nice. There are lots of ways to enable him to get blood. You know, you could do combos like this. Well, you know, where you like do this and then you tag launcher Warwick in, right? And then he's just got blood. He could just spend his super and his tag and then he just gets blood, right? He's a pretty high investment to get blood relative to some other characters' win conditions. And then my question becomes, what does he gain in blood that's so worth the team investment? The answer is, I don't know what he does. I just know he's red. To which case, true, I guess he has the cross up if you're like point blank, which is nice. But like generally, I don't know. It doesn't do a ton for him. The payoff I don't think is that high. Like I think Braum with armor is stronger than Warwick in blood, and Braum just gets armor on every hit for free. Like he doesn't have to think about it, right? But yeah, he like feels like very unintuitive to play actually. And I love Warwick. Warwick's one of my favorite champions. I was planning to play him. I was like, cool, I'll play Warwick. This is awesome. And then I played him and I was like, man, I think he's easy though, and he's pretty fun. But I don't think he's very strong. Add a random fireball. I think it's more just like, he's a little clunky. He could use some help.